We typically never start on a serious note, but I guess due to the
we don't have a
climate,
choice.
yeah, it's just, people are tired. If you don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about the George Floyd murder that occurred in Minnesota with 4 cops, one of them being Derek Chauvin, who basically kneed George Floyd on the neck for like 8-9 minutes, had his knee on his neck until he passed out and unfortunately died as a result, or allegedly as a result, because it's not proven yet, but most likely that's probably why he died.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially
it's on camera.
Yeah, especially when you're like being vocal about you not being able to breathe, and people around you being vocal about someone not being able to breathe and to ease up, and someone especially who was handcuffed, who even after being unconscious, because I believe the officer had his knee on his neck for like 8 to 9 minutes, and out of those minutes, 2 to 3 of those, George Floyd was unconscious, and the officer still had his knee on his neck, which you can't even say he's resisting arrest because he's unconscious.
He had one on his neck. The other one was like on his knee.
Oh yes, there were 4 involved.
Right.
No, I don't think people know the officer names like from the 2 on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the SUV, the van, was covering them. But they know the one whose knee was on George Floyd's neck, and
apparently they have a history. They worked at as security at some place.
Mm-hmm.
Him in the office. George Floyd and the officer.
Mm-hmm.
They've known each other for quite some time. Yeah. They have a history. They actually work together.
That's crazy.
So we don't know if there's like a little bit of hate there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know.
But long story short, a crime occurred, and due to riots and I guess how do you call those, peaceful protests, that didn't work because Black people were still dying.
So people went
ham, and for those of you who don't know, Target, the company Target, their main how do you say it? Like their main office is in Minnesota, and so that Target that was attacked is one of their biggest ones, especially because their headquarters is in Minnesota. So they were just like, okay, let's just attack this company because people only listen when things go left. So let's just do that.
Did you know that they started actually attacking Gucci, Louis Vuitton?
All the companies that typically don't like Black people wearing their clothes.
Right, but they were saying, people were arguing on Twitter that they weren't really trying to defend George Floyd. Like they weren't trying to process. They were just trying to get their stuff, like buy bags, steal bags and
they just took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, they were just in there just grabbing anything that they could grab.
Okay,
but I did see that Gucci, I think not too long ago, they put like some blackface fashion out there.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was only because of that. I don't think they were just trying to just grab some bags and grab some. Like I do think like
they were just like, we still remember what you did with that campaign. So here you go.
Right, like they were still mad and they taking advantage of everything. Like
okay, someone on Twitter. Let me just read what they said. Solomon Giorgio on Twitter. He tweeted, or she tweeted. I don't really know the account gender. But basically, they said Black people have every right to burn down a country they built for free. What do you think about that?
I agree with that. Black people, first of all, we ourselves are Dominican and we're Black.
Thank you.
And I do think that they don't get the recognition that they should because they've done a lot for this. Especially, I feel like without Black people,
the White House was built by slaves.
Right. So, they've done a lot, and I feel like now that they've taken advantage, or they've taken their power back, it's great because they should have been had that power. They should have been, been acknowledged.
True.
So I agree with
Basically, in 2020, we should not be talking about, something that happened 400 years ago that's still going on right now. That's basically systemic. That isn't.
Someone said that it's never stopped.
Yeah, basically, it's designed to like keep us oppressed, and we're just tired. Like
no, they said that racism has never stopped. Like even since then, it's just being recorded now.
It's crazy how, despite COVID-19, like something that's wiping out anybody despite their race, there's still racism. Like if COVID doesn't get you, racism will. At this point, there was like a headline on the news saying like, you know, the two viruses, you know, that are attacking the world, which is like the virus COVID-19 and also racism. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a tough situation,
but also
shout outs to every like celebrity that has like a platform that's out here like
taking a stand.
Yeah,
even if your stand is to not take a stand or not rep for any, not take any sides, or just to take one side, to take the other side. Shout outs to you.
Those that aren't black but are still like supporting, like they're like, oh, I hear you, I understand you, I'm on your side. Shout out to those people, just because it's needed. Like this shit is, it's 2020, and
oh, can we read? Let's read something that do you have your phone?
Yeah.
Cause some people don't really like to take a stand because, you know, they say we have freedom of speech, but they say it's not free, cause you know. My friend, she posted something on her story that I found super relevant. It says, we are oppressed and freedom of speech is not so free. People need to learn that freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences of said speech. And basically she's saying like, even though you speak your mind, you know, some people lose their jobs over it. Some people only apologize because they got demoted or they lost their office space. Like the guy who was pressing, you know, those young kids, like, because they were black and they were at a gym that you needed a key card to, and he's like, oh, you guys aren't allowed here, like how could you even get in? But they had spaces rented in that place, and he was basically just being a racist, and because of that, he lost office space, you know, for speaking his mind, you know. So I agree with that, because freedom of speech is not so free sometimes. Sometimes it comes at a cost of your job or your position or both, or even your family. Because look, the guy that murdered George Floyd, his wife is divorcing him now. She probably saw the video, and in the video it kind of seems like he's okay with,
like, he's fine,
this guy not breathing, like, so I wouldn't be okay being married to someone who's okay with that.
I also saw a video of this guy who he is like a preacher. I'm not sure of his name. I'll probably put it down below, his name after I find it. But he was saying how every time somebody says Black Lives Matter, there's always this one person that's like, all lives matter. And I love the way he said it, because he said like, just because we're saying that Black Lives Matter, we're not saying that all lives don't matter. Like, we're all aware that all lives matter, but right now, because Black people aren't getting like the support, recognition that they should be, and they're suffering, we should like focus more on them. We should be more on like helping them, just because like everybody else, not that everybody else is fine, but they are being dragged basically. Like, they need our help. And nobody, just because we're saying, oh, Black Lives Matter, doesn't mean like, oh, we're taking recognition from any other life. Like, we should all be coming together and like helping each other out.
For real.
But Black people right now, they need it the most. Facts.
And to add to that, Andrew Schultz, he was on Wildin' Out. I believe he's like a comedian. He also has the podcast with Charlemagne called Two Brilliant Idiots, or Brilliant Idiots, something like that. If you haven't watched it, you should tune in. But basically, he does skits now on his Instagram, and he was addressing the whole Amy Cooper incident where, you know, she called the cops on a guy who was Black, who was just bird watching, because he called her out on her dog not having a leash. And he said, on the skit, he said, you don't need mace when you got race. What do you think about that? You know, mace, like the pepper spray thing.
I don't know if I agree.
You don't know if you agree? I agree, because like, she basically said she called, you know, the officers or 911, whatever, because she felt threatened. She was terrified. And it's like, yo, if you see a guy, he looks, he looks black, yes, but
he looks
the way he
educated,
dressed, the way
yeah,
his hobby, like the fact that you're bird watching, like that is in no way threatening at all. So you could tell she definitely.
And I think all he wanted to do too was give the dog like a treat.
Yes.
And sis went off. Like sis was
like,
get away from my dog. This video
my dog
is
getting more attention than me.
Like I feel like it's some shit that you watch in movies. Like it's like
it makes no sense for us to be having to talk about something like this in 2020. Like you would think we came so far, and we're literally still talking about this.
Yeah.
Like,
and the reason why I didn't know to agree or disagree with that is just because like that train incident that I had.
Yeah.
It was this black guy who like all of a sudden just started masturbating in front of me. So it's like everybody told me like, yo, get a mace, get it, which I am still in the process of getting.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
We're not about to use race, okay? We rather use mace.
Yeah, like you just I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what to do.
Okay, he also said
and talking about wilding out, shout outs to Nick Cannon, because my guy was out here.
Oh yeah, he went.
He went to
Minnesota to the street where everyone's protesting and just pulled up and was here for the people.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Peacefully.
I feel like a lot of celebrities, not all of them, because there are some that I feel like I don't know. I'll be like, people would forget about the situation and focus on them.
Some celebrities take advantage and want to promote their thing, so they'll talk about the issue and then be like, yo, stream my album, or yo, new music coming, which is fine, I guess, sure, but like right now is not the time. Like
I'm saying more because like they could be in danger. If they do go, I feel like anybody would be in danger.
Seriously,
but just to not have that drama, some celebrities should go stand along with Nick Cannon and just protest, just so they could hear us. They could fucking hear what's up. They could like be on the. I don't know.
Some people are like tired of protesting peacefully.
Did you hear that they broke into the White House?
Yeah, but I don't know how true that is.
I saw a video,
but it didn't look like the White House.
It was because the outside, because they recorded the inside and the outside, and the outside is like the como el patio que yo tenía afuera. The
yard, the greenery. I don't know. I'm used to seeing the White House like from a distance. So to be so close, I'm like, I don't really know if that's it. Like,
I saw a lot of people in front of the house.
But listen, if we got into the White House, like we built that shit.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit is getting real.
Getting real. Shit's getting down. We're not about to joke about this. Yeah. But basically, to add on to what you were saying, Andrew Schultz, he also said. Every life is precious when it's an abortion, but not when black people get choked out. So what do you think about that?
I think that's true. I think, especially white people, they're so against.
They're super like pro-life.
Yeah, like don't have an abortion. Oh my god.
Don't become a murderer. But like,
even though I still feel like they're the first ones to have an abortion, because I don't feel like a Dominican. Or
that's not our first.
Yeah. We have the kid. We will beat the shit out of the kid. We will love the kid.
Listen, we're gonna be broke,
but that kid's staying with us
forever. But like, we not murdering the child.
No kid. Like this is my kid. This is it. But
they're super comfortable with like Trayvon Martin dead, Eric Garner, like all those. Yeah, like George Floyd. Oh, that's fine to them, but let you have an abortion. It's like World War III. You are the enemy. Like what?
I saw this video by this girl. What's her name? I can't remember her name.
But what's her name and what happened? It'd be like that.
In fact, I can't. But she's very known. I freaking forgot her name. But she said, I don't know. I feel like in a way because people took it wrongly. They said that she was basically taking the white people's side, but she was basically explaining why like. How black people impact the white people too. Like she's just saying like they don't know how to treat black people since things have changed, so that what they should do is work together instead of coming at them or coming at the white people, coming at the cops, they should all come together and try to explain like their side, because apparently white people don't really know, like they don't know how to react, like just like black people have been affected, even though they've been mostly affected. Yeah. White people, in a way, have been affected because I think they see it as like black people are stepping into they don't know how to take in black people because they're not used to having black people around. So they feel like they are losing things that they're not really losing. Like it's just
I saw like Killer Mike. He used to be. He was like a rapper. I don't know what he does now. I think he has a podcast now.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, he's like an activist, and he went on the news and called out CNN because he's like, you know, you need to stop instilling fear on people.
Keke Palmer, sorry.
Keke Palmer? Oh, my girl!
I know, I cannot remember that name for nothing.
Stay woke. My sister be woke.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically he said like CNN should stop instilling fear in people, and like you should spread hope instead of fear because of that, like white people don't really know how to treat black people because they just grew up white and their community is white, and so some cops that patrol or police these neighborhoods, like they're white going into black neighborhood, they've never experienced that, they don't know how to deal with it, everything is a threat because you know they're not used to this.
And a lot of people were upset, like I said, about that, just because they're saying that she's just looking for it. Like we should stop making excuses for white people just because like it's 2020. They should know what's up. They should know, at least they should learn how to deal with their own traumas just like everybody else is dealing with their own traumas, and they should learn how to react to things. But then she was saying like there are people that are raised a certain way and like they have that mentality, like it's not necessarily their fault. Yeah. They're just... Most
of them are like, you know,
like
the old folks that, you know, grew up in that era where it was really like racism.
Yeah, but those folks started, you know, putting things into the kids. Yeah. And, you know, it's just how...
These generations.
Right. So...
I mean, I was talking to my travel friends, like...
Sorry, because I feel like here in the Bronx, it's not like that. But there are, like, places like Texas and, like where this isn't going on, that they still do have that mentality, and like even like Cuba, they have like a certain way that they
view the world. Yeah, I mean that's not to say that Dominicans don't view the world like
older
that
ones,
too, because
mostly, not the young ones.
You see, like racism, colorism. They think, you know, white is the best, black is like disgusting. Older ones. So don't think that it's just, you know, black communities going through that. Also Dominicans, there's definitely
a lot of Dominican
other countries
that don't. There's a lot of Dominican races that won't go as far as white people, like as like the things that they do, like kill black people. Yeah. But there are a lot of that they should be aware, and they should also open their eyes because there's a lot of Dominican like.
Yeah, but we should take this opportunity and just like educate ourselves, not live in fear. Killer Mike said, you know, CNN should spread hope, not just fear all the time. And basically I was gonna say that I was talking to my travel friends and we were debating this incident. Some of us were saying that, you know, the officer is gonna walk free, okay, whatever he got charged with, 3rd degree manslaughter, I believe. But basically 3rd degree is like, okay, you killed someone, but that was not your intent. That's the difference between like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 3rd is like, that was not your intent. 2nd was like, you killed someone, that was your intent. 1st is probably like, I don't know, premeditated. I'm not sure. But basically, some were like, yeah, that was the right charge. Some were like, no, that was not the right charge. He had intent. But we were allowed to have this conversation, and like, even though some of us were on opposite teams, we still had the conversation. At the end of the day, we're still friends. Like, that's just growth. And it's something that you should debate and not be mad about, like, whose side, who's on. Because
you can be friends with someone like that?
I can be friends with someone like that because I can see their point of view. Like,
I get that, but
it won't necessarily match mine, but at least I know someone who thinks differently as me can open my eyes to their perspective.
I get that, but that's just because it happened to him. But, like, if it happens to, let's say, your brother, and that's your brother on the fucking floor. It's like, it seems like it's purposely. Like, the guy was literally on camera. He was being recorded. Like, he could have, like, taken it. Like, everybody, there was, like, 2 other cops on him. Yeah. So it's like he didn't have to be on his neck. He could have been on, like, his shoulder. Like, he could have been anywhere else but his neck.
One of us argued that it didn't prove intent because the intent of the officer was not to kill him when he did that. The other one of us argued that I think the officer had his knee on his neck for like 8 or 9 minutes. So one of us argued that the first 5 to 6 minutes, there was no intent to kill. The intent occurred in the last 2 to 3 minutes where, you know,
he kept going.
He was unconscious.
Right.
And he kept
like
going.
You can tell in the video when his eyes just...
Yeah, you can
and
debate it.
And he still was on his neck.
You can debate it, but we had the conversation. And
I get that. I can have a
like,
conversation like that with someone, but I don't know if I can keep them around close. Just because, like, I wouldn't want that, like, mentality to just, like put that on me, like, to start thinking like that.
I mean,
just
you
because
can still understand their point of view and keep your view. Like, you
no,
keep your view, but
I don't
you
understand. I hear them. I will listen to them, and I will try.
Understanding
to, like,
doesn't mean you agree. It just means, like, you get it.
Exactly. I don't get it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm sorry, but, like, I'm the type of person that, like, if I'm seeing, like, if I'm just like, if I didn't see the video, bet, like, facts. But, like,
makes sense.
Right. But if I'm watching it and I'm watching it, the cop's face, and literally everybody around him is screaming, and you can see the guy, like, go from trying to, like, help himself to just, like, not moving at all, and he's still on his neck.
Started bleeding from his nose.
Right. And he's still on his neck. I don't think, like, I couldn't be around somebody with that mentality. Like, I'm just like, bro, you're literally seeing it. You're seeing...
Or some people can have that mentality because they're just used to having those people do that and walk free. Like, I don't know. But it gave me a new perspective on how I saw things. I still stood by what I stood by, but I understood. I'm like, okay, I see why they see it that way. I'm still going to see it how I saw it originally, but I see how other people can see it, can view it as. So, yeah, that was good.
Do we have anything else?
On that topic? No. So we can introduce the pod.
So welcome back to the podcast, guys. We're your hosts.
I think this was our longest introduction.
Yes, we're your hosts, Natasha
and Steph.
And we're back with another video like every Wednesday.
Shout outs to our new listeners, our new viewers everywhere on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Shout outs to y'all.
We're on SoundCloud now.
Stream that. Yes, we are everywhere. Everywhere you're trying to look for it. And if we're not, let us know. Like, yo, why y'all not here? And we gonna be there. Be there or be square, okay? For those of you who don't, listen to us on the reg, we typically come on every Wednesday. We talk about a couple things, anything really.
We talk our shit,
basically,
for a good amount of time. Okay, and we don't always agree on everything.
Yeah, we try not to, just so that you get the whole point of view.
Right.
But basically,
I know we started a little bit intense. We don't usually,
but you gotta stay woke, okay?
Yeah. But even there's so much going on that we don't have a choice. Like, this is getting scarier.
Yeah.
2020 is
the craziest year. Yo, imagine the people, like, when they go to school, they have to learn what we're living through, right?
I know. This is for the books. This is literally
seriously,
like, we're living.
Like, I'm already waiting for my nephew to come in. Like, yo, we got a test tomorrow on 2020 and COVID-19. I'm like, here. Sit right here, boy. About to school you. About to give you real hard facts, okay?
Facts. This shit is no joke. So
it's intense.
Okay. So I have a question for you. We're gonna change it up.
Before the question, shout outs to SpaceX and NASA. I'm actually wearing a NASA shirt, but I didn't really plan this. Like, the launch happened the other day, and I didn't really plan this whole thing. But basically, they launched a rocket, a missile. I don't even know what the technical term of this is. With 2 people inside to outer space. It hasn't been done in, like, a couple of years. I think the last time I did it was, like, 2011. So in, like, a good 9-10 years, no one's really flown over there. But 2020, May 30th? May 30th at, like, 3:23, they did that. And supposedly they're supposed to stay there from 30 to 119 days. I'm not really sure doing what. But shout outs to them, because, like, to be an astronaut and physically put your body through that, like, yeah, it looks cool that you're floating into outer space, no gravity, but did you know that they have to, like, be reminded to pee, because nothing, like, they don't weigh anything, so when your bladder is full, you don't really feel it pushing it against anything, so you don't really know that you gotta go till you go, so you have to be reminded to use the bathroom. Also, when they get back, if they make it back within 30 to 119 days, damn, I'm getting mad nerdy, right?
This is reminding me of the show that I was watching with Steve Carell.
Oh, okay. So let me finish and then we can hop into that.
Okay.
So basically, when they come back to Earth, their body, after being used to, outer space for a long time, it has to readjust to, like, having your own weight again and just, like, walking and, things are heavy. Things that you thought were normal, like, opening a door, it might be heavy, or, like, holding a freaking caldero, like, normal things can get like weird for them, so they have to readjust back to the planet. So it's a really big deal. Yeah, they get paid, the big bucks, but to put your body physically through it, because they also have to take into account your weight when you go back to when you go out to outer space. You gotta be like in a great physical form. So yeah, sorry, that was my little tangent.
No, that show that I was watching,
with
Michael
Carell.
Scott.
Yes, from The Office.
Steve Carell, he was actually like, his character was very similar to Michael Scott.
Okay.
Very similar. Like, it's very funny. The name of the show is NASA
Space Force.
Space Force. There we go. But it's very funny. It's very funny. He has a daughter, a wife who goes to jail, which is the girl from Friends, Phoebe. Is his wife.
That's his wife. Oh no, we have to watch it. Yo, go watch this. Okay.
That's who goes to jail and ends up like a lesbian. Well, not a bisexual.
We're not gonna ruin it, but it sounds interesting.
No, but it's just bits of it. This is not even the show. This is just like
episode 1.
Yeah, like
pilot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
It's literally like she's bisexual. She wants an open relationship. He starts crying. He's like, oh no, I want this shit. Like, it's still the same. Michael Scott, he got his own branch. That's what they actually call it on there.
Okay.
Which is what he had on The Office. He had his own branch. And he sends a couple people to outer space. They have to be there for a couple days.
Sounds good.
One of the girls walked on the moon.
Listen, I'm convinced.
Listen, but it's not funny. But they was just eating potatoes. It's hilarious. Yeah, I gotta go watch it. It's amazing.
I was watching Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich on Netflix, which is like a double entendre because he was really filthy. Like, the guy was disgusting, but he was also rich, so that's probably why they put like filthy rich. No, filthy rich. Like, he had a lot of money. He's filthy rich, but filthy rich, like he was disgusting, a rich, disgusting person. Cause yeah, he was basically like a sex offender, a pedophile, like little girls at like when he was really old, and he knew that they were underage, and he was still rocking with it. And basically, most of his friends are like, it's cool, pedophiles, but it's like, yeah, most people are okay with it. Like Harvey Weinstein, who was a friend of his, and Donald Trump, who was a friend of his, and Bill Clinton, who was a friend of his. Most people were okay with it because, those people have money and like power, respect. They're like, okay, whatever, they can do whatever they want. But we all know what Clinton did. He lied under oath and, was on some Monica Lewinsky when she was basically, 19, 18? I don't know. Mm-hmm. But too young, basically, for a guy who's already married. Harvey Weinstein, you already know, he's going to jail for like 23 years. Even though he's out now due to COVID, but still, like, convicted, and we're done with him. And who else? Donald Trump, grab him by the you-know-what. So, basically, when your mom... Yeah, but when your mom be like, you gotta make sure who you hang out with because, your friends kind of define you. Yo, there's no better example than Jeffrey Epstein. Like, his friends literally defined him. Like, even the Prince Andrew guy who's, like, royalty... did that, so
Dime con quién andas.
Y te diré quién eres.
Right, how you say
like that's the Dominican.
Tell me who you're with, and I'll tell you who you are.
Tell me who you walk with, and I'll tell you who you are. Like, who you surround yourself by is usually what you become or who you become.
Do you think that's true?
I think it's an influence because I feel like you have willpower, but they may influence.
I've had some crazy friends. I feel like you've known. I have had some crazy. I still do. They're still my friends, but like long distance friends.
Yeah.
I still have like insane friends that have done some crazy shit.
And you see that when you distance yourself, you're like less crazy. Like
we are not able to be around each other. We grew up.
True that.
But I feel like I've never done what they've done. Maybe because like my mom and like how Dominican she is, and like she tends to be strict.
Yeah.
But like. I feel like it depends who you are. Like, if you're weak-minded, you're easily
persuaded.
Influenced. Yeah.
Okay.
Influenced. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. So those are some things that we watch on Netflix. Let us know what you watch. Because we're down. Mm-hmm. I've already watched Dead to Me. Someone suggested it. I watched the Jeffrey Epstein one. I'm going to watch Space Force. Mm-hmm. I want to finish Dynasty because I started it season 3. And love that show. So yeah, let us know what you watch.
Okay. So before we start, I have my questions of, conversation starters, my topics or whatever. Okay. So this is one question. Is it okay to ask your partner on... We're going to switch it up, by the way. So, it was intense.
We done with the wokeness, okay?
Yeah. We're going to switch it up. It's been a great time.
It's been enough of that.
Yeah. Let's laugh a little bit. Is it okay to ask your partner on the first date about their income? And if it's not, how soon is it okay to? Like, what they do, how much you get paid. Like, talk to me
on the first date. For me, it's not okay to ask.
Why not?
Cause
it's like a conversation starter.
Cause I got my own money. Like I'm not really worried about your money. Like, and even if this goes further than tonight, like we're still getting a prenup. So your money is not really gonna matter, basically. So I wouldn't ask on the first date, but I'll ask you like, what are you working as? Like, what's a typical work day for you? Like I'll ask you, what do you do for a living? And then, if you tell me like you're a lawyer, I'm like, oh, she got money. Like, but it depends, because you might be like a starting out lawyer, or you might be like, you got 10 years in the game, 15, so you get money in the game lawyer. But lawyer's a lawyer, okay? So you gotta make at least 6 figures, boo boo. Healthcare workers, things like that.
So once you hear somebody tell you like, yo, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, you automatically think like, yo, he make money.
He make money, but he also got mad debt. Like, that's what I think.
This is true. I don't know. I don't assume anything. Like I would rather you tell me how much you make, just because like teachers ruined everything for me. Like I used to think teachers make money. Like I'm like, real. Yo, I want to be a teacher, because like with everything they deal with.
They teach in the future, like, yo, it don't get better than this.
And every teacher that I've known has told me, like, yo, we don't make shit.
We don't make
nothing.
This
like,
is just what I could
McDonald's
get.
Yeah. Get paid more.
It was either McDonald's or this, so I just chose this.
So I feel like they ruined that for me. You said they should.
You imagine?
They ruined that for me, so I'm like, I don't want to think like big, because I had this class for this job, and the like president came to visit us, and he told us how much he made yearly, and it was like 900,000 some shit, and I'm like, me, and I'm like, and you work for a phone store?
How much does a teacher make?
Right.
I don't really think teachers make that much money, but they should, because especially during now, like that parents have to be with their kid 24/7. Some of them are in school and they have to like do their homework with them. Yo, ain't easy, and that's just one kid, or however many kids you might have. Definitely, you're not gonna have 16, a whole 30 kids in there that you're teaching like regular teachers have. So count your blessings.
Yeah,
and teachers need a raise. Okay.
But when is it okay for you to ask them how much they make? Would you ever, or would you just be in a relationship where
I'm probably gonna ask.
I make my own money, he makes his own money.
I'm probably gonna ask like when they come to me for financial advice. Like if you don't come to me for that financial advice, I'm not gonna ask.
So you will get married with a person,
prenup,
and not know how much they make?
Yes.
And they won't know how much you make?
Yes. And we will file our taxes separately.
Really?
Damn, can you file your taxes separately if you're married? Like
no.
Okay.
Once you're married, that's it. You're
fine. Maybe even if it's like yours is yours and mine is mine.
No.
Fine. Well,
fine.
Fine. We won't file our taxes separately, but if we could, I would. Just know that, like.
No, I feel like once I'm like, I want to say not. I don't know if I would tell you in a relationship. Maybe. I mean, I won't tell you if we're just like talking, but in a relationship. A little deep down like the line, like we're together for at least maybe 2-3 years. I don't mind talking about like my finances. Like, yo, I got like $1.50 on my account. But I'm saying
if you tell me like, yo, I can't really afford my car payment, like I don't.
Like I would legit tell you like, yo, I have $1.50 on my account. Like literally, like I could show you that I have $1.50 on my account.
I have an LMFAO as my account, my nigga.
Like I got nothing.
No, I would ask if it's like that, like if you're trying to make ends meet, you're like, yo, I can't really, I had to stop paying this, my credit card is gonna get messed up, my credit score, like all of, then I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? How much do you make? How much do you need to live? How much do you need for your needs, your wants? Like if it's like that, yeah, I'll help him organize
his life, or are you lending him money?
No, I'll help him organize. I'll give you life skills, okay?
We're gonna figure this out, but
because if I help you by giving you money, then I'm just creating a burden because you still don't know. You're always gonna need more money. But if I if I guide you through the process, like, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to quit this, or start here, or invest, or like don't invest, quit the savings, go for a high yield account, like that. We can talk all day, but
what if you're someone that's not responsible at all? Like, why would they take advice from you? They're gonna be like, yo,
if I'm not
why am I listening to you? Like, let me see how much you have, how much you make.
You shouldn't have asked for my advice if you're not gonna listen, because you're not about to have me sit here waste my time. This is why I don't be talking about shit like this with somebody. Even if we married or we not married.
I feel like I'll be comfortable enough to be like, yo, I got $1.50 in my account, and then they be like, yo, I got $1.50 too. I'm like, alright, so how we gonna figure this out? How we gonna pay this rent?
So do we have $3 together, or like I still have $150, you still have $150?
Or do I have $3 and you got?
And you got like how we explain this? No, those are definitely important conversations that you should have, especially if kids are involved, or dogs, pets, whatever, or like a house together. If all that, like if we have a business together or a house, like if we go half on something or even a third on something, then I feel like finances. Would you ever do?
I feel like I asked this before. Would you ever do a joint account, bank account?
If we have kids, yeah.
If you have kids,
yeah, if we have kids, and
what if we don't want no kids?
No. Because we don't need a joint account. You don't need to know how much I spent on this bag, boy.
But what if y'all want to save money together? And it's just like a savings account.
We can save money together.
Separately?
In a separate account, yes. Like, yo, how much? What's the goal? 5,000? All right, I'm going to save 5,000 here. You save 5,000 over there.
I feel like I would tell you, like, about my checkings account, but I won't tell you about my savings account. Like, if I do have, like, if I was to tell you about my economical issues, I'd just be like, I got $1.50, and then maybe I got, like, $3,000 on another one. Or, like, if it's, like, a savings thing, like, we could both put $500 in this account. Kids don't know kids. Like, we're just trying to build. Like, if it's trying to get an apartment or a car or whatever, we could have this account, put money into it. Like, you got your 500 because I got my 500. You don't got it? So I'm not putting mine.
You don't got it? So we don't, I'm the only
so
one
we skipping this week. No, so we skipping this week. Because if you got it, I got it. If we don't got it, we don't got it. But we put it in the account. But, like, that we just start building. And then, like, if we separate, we both got the information to this account. We both get half because we both put the same amount.
But you taking a half out first, right? Before she get crazy. Because what if you don't separate amiably, and then you gotta argue about that.
I would never be. I don't feel like I would ever be like in a relationship with somebody that I'm like, this nigga trying to take my money. Like,
you'd be surprised.
This is true.
Like, y'all, he trying to take my money to go swim with this other. Like, hell no. Niggas at the Marriott with
But it'd be dumb if he did, just because, like, you can see, obviously it's a shared account, so you can see the transactions. Like, if he was to take money to be a hoe
and he'd be like, yo, I got confused. I meant to use my own.
I'm like, then put it back. Put it back.
Damn, can I hit you back next week?
No, because we live, this is somebody that we live together, okay? Like.
Okay, but what if we're separating?
I'm not doing a joint account with, like.
Listen, I'm just not gonna do it. Okay, I am. If we have kids, by all means, okay, because we went 50-50 on this kid, so we might as well go 50-50 on this account for this kid. Like, it only makes sense.
But, like, what if you're trying to build?
We could try to build separately, and then when it's time to pay, go get your half, because I got my half right here. Like, no. Simple. It's still the same thing. It's just different approaches.
But would you tell them, like,
to have a joint account? No. If they come to me to join account, no. For what? For what? Like, I don't need more stress in my life. Okay, I don't need another account. No.
Okay, so when is a good time? So back to the question: when is a good time to ask them?
But also in 3 years, if you see me with a joint account, probably not with my nigga. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Okay, like, I'm entitled to change my mind. Okay. What happened?
How long? Like, within, like, time limit? How long is it a good time to, like, ask somebody for how much they make?
That's what I told you. Whenever the problems start. Whenever the problems start and I want to end this, I'm playing. No, I'm seriously, like, when the problems start, you can't make ends meet.
When they have issues,
I'll help you financially organize yourself. I'm not gonna give you money. I'm gonna help you financially organize yourself. That way, when you tell me again, yo, I couldn't pay this, I'm like, well, but did you do XYZ? No. Okay. So that's why you couldn't make it.
Because of how irresponsible they are?
I wouldn't leave them because of that, because I'll still, use my things for me. They'll use their things for themselves.
But what if they're asking you for money? Like,
Yo, I don't got it. I don't got it on me.
I don't got it either.
I got it. The bank told me I get my shit in like 3 weeks. Can you imagine?
Heard you.
I gave my cryptocurrency, okay? Like, I'm never gonna have much. Not only.
I had transfer money.
No, I would do it, but I would need like a contract or something. I don't know. I just don't want to be binded by money.
Wait, you would need a contract to lend somebody money?
Yes. Like, yo, I'm gonna either need my money by tomorrow.
You know what's crazy to me?
That I'm dead up.
Money is not that serious to me. Like, literally, I lend a friend $500, not because I got it, not because they go, oh yeah, she got it, she don't need money. Like, trust me, I need money. Right? I need that shit.
Don't we all?
Right. But it's not that like if I lost $500, I wouldn't even be like stressed. Like, oh my God, I lost 500. Like, I just be like, now I know.
Yeah. Next time it's not gonna happen. No, I would do that with my significant other. I don't know. I would just feel cheap.
But you would need a contract?
Yes, I would feel so cheap. Like, I'll be like, damn, here. Like, I'll lend it to him, and then I'll be like, yo, now I gotta, like, be with him and, like, cook for him and, like, for the money that I, like, what is this? I'll just feel that type of way.
I feel like
it's not necessarily gonna be the case, but I'll just be too in my head about it. Like, yo, I really just paid him, and this is what we doing. Now we just, getting pleasure from each other, but like.
But it's a lend, like it's lended, like you're not giving him money, and you need a contract for lending money. Let's say you live with a guy, you need a contract.
Yeah. For now, yes, I do.
I can't. I just be like, because I feel like when I'm in a relationship, I'm just like, this is like my best friend. I mean, I trust him. If anything, he's lent me more money than I lend him. Like,
not if we're in a relationship for like a year or two. If it's like serious, then is that worse? That if it's serious, if it's serious, I should have more trust in you, so I should not need.
So if it's serious, you're gonna get a contract.
I'm gonna get my shit regardless. Fuck it. If you real, you gonna take.
I'm gonna leave with a headache out of here.
If you real, you gonna sign the contract and go. Okay.
Sis, what? Mm-hmm. I don't think you remember what a relationship.
I don't.
Like, I'm like, this bitch just thinking like business, like it's a contract, like you want to be with me.
You know what?
I'm gonna write it out. Like, what?
Yo, don't ask me to lend you nothing. Yo, okay, if you're in a relationship with, I'm already lending you my body, money. You can't ask me for nothing else. No, that's okay. That's okay. I feel like once you find that guy that has you like hooked on him, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be like, I feel like you're gonna give him your money. You're gonna give him the world. Yo, how many years I gotta do in jail for you? Done.
Like, yeah, like you talking all this shit, but I feel like you really for something to be like,
oh my God, but he loves me, but he cares for me.
Alright, that's my question.
So do you want to go into fun facts?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, we're going good. Okay. Did you know that Lebron James started the I Promise School for at-risk students, where they have 8-hour days, a longer school year, free meals, and receive tuition for college?
Oh.
And since opening, test scores among students have increased at a rate higher than 99% of other schools.
That's so sweet.
He's really
I feel like basketball
bigger than basketball.
They do a lot for kids, though.
Yeah,
like
they try to be great role models.
Michael Jordan too. He did that. I forgot what it was. He was training them. Was it?
Who?
Michael Jordan.
Kids?
Yeah.
Some. Yeah, sure.
Kobe Bryant with his team.
Sure.
I feel like they do a lot for kids. I don't know. It's so sweet of them.
Okay, another fun fact. Did you know that Jay-Z, Biggie Smalls, the money in the... My fault. Busta Rhymes and DMX, all went to the same high school at the same time.
Really? That's fire.
Like, yo, I used to see you in the hallway, my guy. Now we here.
Fire. That's fire. I wonder who I'm going to see, like, if we make it, like, everybody... I wonder who's gonna be up there with us. Like, yo,
we had history together. You don't remember? Third period? That's crazy. Okay, did you know that when a Google employee dies, their spouse receives half their pay from the company for 10 years, and their kids get $1,000 per month until they turn 19?
Dies out of nothing, like, for any cause?
Huh?
Dies of any cause?
Yeah, like when you were an employee and you just passed away, but yeah.
That's crazy. I'm about to apply.
We signing up, yo.
I'm about to
I don't work for free over there. Like,
that's crazy.
Especially right now.
Wait, but it's just like if you're married and kids, like it won't be like your mom.
Yeah, I guess it's their spouse. Yeah, so you listen. A better incentive to get married.
We gotta start now. We gotta work there now.
Yo, and especially, damn, God forbid, because you did die. But especially if like your kid is like 1. Yo, for the next 18 years, you set. Like, it's lit. $1,000?
That's crazy.
You set. Shit, my company now ain't even do that. Ain't even have that. Like, I'm alive, so.
Your company said.
Niggas ghosted me, but I. Did you know, last but not least, did you know that a woman in the 1700s gave birth to 16 pair of twins?
16 pairs?
So 16 times 2, 32, right? 32. Yo, here.
Oh my God.
Here, get your phone. Calculate. 32, right? That's 32. 7 sets of triplets.
So, oh my God, there's more?
Oh, I'm not done. 7 sets of triplets. So 7 times 3, 21. So 32 plus 21. And 4 sets of quadruplets. So that's 16. In just 40 years. With the same man. So how many is that? 69 kids. In 40 years.
That irony, 69.
60?
That's crazy.
How you have 69 kids with one person? That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I thought my great grandma had my kids. She had 13 kids. But this shit? What?
Yo, that's OD. And the fact that you had twins, triplets, quadruplets. Like,
I feel like I would want my kids like that though. I would. Literally, pa sacarlo todo. Instead of like one by one, bitch. Like, I'm gonna be there giving birth forever. But like, if they come all together, that's the best.
Yo, I'm never celebrating a birthday. Like, never.
Oh,
yo,
no, they don't get birthdays.
We just come. We all come together and one day, and we just celebrate everybody's birthday. No, that was the 1700s. So I'm sure. Yeah,
69. Yeah,
that was like what, like 200-300 years ago.
That's crazy.
300 or 3,000. Well, I'm not sure, but
yeah, because there was no TV.
Basically, yeah, the TV was nowhere.
That's crazy. Also, I want 4 to 10 kids. Look at me. I thought mine was big.
I mean, in this era, yeah, most people just have like 1 kid, 2 max, like 2, and they're like, yo, I was wilding. That's what me. Kids are a blessing, okay? Despite all the jokes that we make here.
I don't make jokes about kids. I love them.
We love kids, okay, for the most part. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite. But we don't hate them. So basically what we're saying is keep reproducing.
Have kids. Okay. Now we're doing Would You Rather?
Oh yeah.
Last but not least, let's just finish.
We're just gonna do Would You Rather. Oh, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Mines are like all over the place. Like
I'll go first.
Okay, go.
Would you rather get told the truth or be sold the fantasy?
Sold the fantasy.
Told the truth. Would you rather
sold the fantasy?
Would you rather kill and be considered a hero, or die because you wouldn't kill someone?
Die because I wouldn't kill someone.
Same.
Unless, they deserve to die. Like if they were, trying to rape someone, and I'm over here like trying to kill that person who's trying to rape someone, and I'm being here.
Do you rather rock with SpaceX or NASA?
NASA.
Damn, I was gonna say NASA just because I'm wearing the shirt, not because I really rock with them.
Oh my God.
I'll say SpaceX just because Elon, he's doing his thing. Like, he launched the thing with NASA, so why not? He's doing big things.
Okay. Would you rather not be allowed to eat the 3 things that you love the most?
Never.
Or only be able to eat those things and nothing more?
Yeah, only be able to eat those things. I'll survive.
Those 3 things?
3 things, yeah. Nuts, fish or salmon, like any seafood. Let's just do any seafood. And damn, I need a side, right? You're right. Sweet potatoes. That's it for the rest of my life.
I would rather not eat those 3 things just because I know those 3 things might not. They're not gonna be healthy. Like it's gonna be like a cheeseburger and a taco and some disgusting shit. Like it's all gonna be shit that's not good for me. That's just gonna make me gain more weight.
You gotta get protein with a little bit of carbs.
Those aren't my favorite things. They're saying your favorite food.
Those are my favorite things. They just happen to also belong in that category. That's why I chose them by category, but they're all my favorite.
I don't think those are your favorite.
Fine.
Like, she's healthy, but she's not that healthy. Alright. Would you rather be around a terrible friend that is bad influence on you, but is adventurous? So, you know, you're traveling.
Oh, no.
Amazing.
No, because I'm scared of heights.
Usually traveling, like your college friends.
Usually adventure comes with heights. How you think we get there? We hop on a plane.
But don't you like to travel?
I like to
travel. Or don't you want to travel more?
Yes, but they like to do some hella exotic like go on a rope bridge that's literally just hanging between rocks and expect you not to be, you know, traumatized. But nah. I'd rather not do that. So what's the next one?
Or a calm friend that does all the right things but keeps you safe.
That's the best one.
I want the adventurous friend.
That's how we match, because I feel like you are my adventurous friend. It's not like you be wilding out here, but you do wild out here more than me.
I could be out, what?
And I'm like, hi Natasha, all right, let's cool it. Like, you know, if we gotta fight, like, I'm there. But, you know, other than that,
like, I know about your stuff. You're not trying to. No. You're not trying.
No.
You.
Oh, we about to fight? All right, let's
go. Okay, would you rather, last one, get proposed by your side piece or watch your side piece marry your friend?
Nah, I'd rather get proposed by my side piece just so I could be like, no, I don't want to marry you. Even though
what if they still end up?
Oh, marry my friend? Oh, hell no. We fighting.
Yeah, I'd rather than marry my friend.
Why?
Because if they're side piece for a reason, right? Otherwise, they would be the main piece, right?
Why? The side piece can't become the main piece?
I mean, clearly not. They're still a side piece. Like, there's something that I'm holding on to in my main piece. Like, my main piece is still in the picture for a reason.
They were a side piece because he was planning on being your main piece by proposing.
But out of nowhere, your side piece started proposing to you. Like, yo, you was only here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay, but we've been doing this for 5 years. Like, I think
but
it's time.
But you are still here for a good time, not a long time. Like, 5 years is not that long.
5 years is not long enough. 10.
Like, no.
Then they're gonna be like, why are you putting time on
10 years, thing? You're still my side piece, and I'm still with my main piece. I'm still holding on to my guy for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, you should have moved on a long time ago. I guess you're wrong, because you was easy. You was easy.
That's so deep.
All right, that was it. That was the podcast for today.
Yeah, that was our pod. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a good one for us. We typically don't go this long in a minute, but we made it work. So we hope you enjoyed. Our first time listeners, if you want to come back, you know, we do woke, we do laughs, we disagree, we agree, like, we do it all. Okay? And if we haven't done it, then suggest what we should do then.
You alright?
I want to fight now. So make sure you follow us at Talk Your Shit Pod on Instagram, on Twitter, and our personal accounts at StephanieMX3.
Parkinson.
Email us anything you want at talkyourshitpodcast@gmail.com or DM us through Twitter, Instagram, whichever works for you, or our personal accounts.
And tell a friend, a friend, another friend, a whole side piece.
Yes.
Tell them all to listen to us. Keep sharing, subscribing, liking this video. You guys are amazing. You keep us motivated. You're the best.
And remember that we talk our shit now,
so you can talk your shit later. Bye.